Welcome everyone. Welcome to this very special show on the selfless love on the earth. I have introduced you a great personality earlier. Now, let's kill the suspense and meet that man who has donated his whole life for others. He's none other than Mr. Ravi Kalra, the founder and owner of the Earth Saviors Foundation.
Hello, good
Welcome,
morning.
sir. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
our show.
Thank you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. This this is a very special documentary on the selfless love of the earth, and we have taken you as the brand ambassador of the selfless love on the earth, seeing the work you have done for others. We would like to you answer a certain questions to our audience.
Sure.
So my first question is, what was your profession earlier, and what was the turning point of your life that turned you this way?
Uh, Initially, I used to educate unarmed combat to police battalions and in different forces, but that was all selflessly to host incentive training courses for them. And I also trained many national teams of various countries. But I was also an immigration consultant. That was the most paying for me, and I had, with the blessings of God, constant good savings and business was happily going on. But something was knocking me, and for the last 20 years I was starving to devote myself to serve humanity. But unfortunately, I made 5 different attempts, but I could not succeed. So I saw somewhere in 2007 my life was taking U-turn, and I completely donated myself to serve poor and needy people, especially those who are dying with hunger or roaming naked on street or have no means of survival in past. So my life is roaming around these people, and I'm very happily, selflessly serving them day and night.
That's truly amazing, sir. That's wonderful.
Thank
My
you.
next question to you is, what is your vision in life? What are the objectives do you want to accomplish, and what are your dreams further?
You see, due to human selfishness and uh, negligence, we have given countless wounds to our Mother Earth. I believe our Earth is being crying and wounded from every corner, such as, to name few, crime, poverty, hunger, water crisis, global warming, deforestation, rising of sea level, and job crisis, and concrete jungles are multiplying everywhere. You can see construction going on, and the natural resources are getting near to the end, and the natural disasters are going on too many. So when I thought of devoting myself for serving humanity, I actually could not concentrate on one particular subject, because I saw the help is needed and the assistance is needed from every corner. So I named the foundation the Earth Saviors Foundation. So the mission is to work selflessly for any small subject which is close to our heart or wherever we can fulfill. And to do so, I opened up an NGO here in Vasant Kunj, and we rescue people from road, because human is the one due to our own selfishness, they are the one those are suffering. So we have an old age home and center for mentally disabled people, and girls those who are victim of rape and abused. We rescue them from road, and they live here permanently with us till they get medically fit.
So what you look after? What is your dream of the life?
The dream is to bring prosperity among everyone, and as I said about the human sufferings, the aim is to rescue them from roads and unite them back with their families, give them free of charge food, accommodation, and medical, as well as every day-to-day amenities. And I'm also concerned for some environment subjects, because you see the pollution is going too much in our environment. And to name few, the noise pollution is the one which is knocking us. The country is losing lot of respect among the foreign travelers and the NRI community. Due to that, the quality tourist never comes to India. It is all because of the unnecessarily vehicular honking which is created by vehicles during the driving. So our aim is to educate drivers not to blow horn unnecessarily while driving. So to do so, for the last 2008, we have been working selflessly, tirelessly to educate everyone.
That is a very noble deed, sir, you are doing, I must say. Now, my next question to you is, what is the role of God in your life? How do you pray?
Uh, you see, the time we will go to God, I believe He's not going to ask us what have we earned for ourselves. He will not ask what is your bank balance. God is going to ask us what have we paid back to the society and what have we done for the negligence and the mistake human has created to make his other God's created earth into disaster. So I believe we all need to answer him and we have to justify. So it is time to fulfill the holistic karmas because such devotion is desperately needed in our society. Otherwise, one day we will all have to bear due to our negligence. And to fulfill that, I believe this particular devotion which I am doing it is a shortcut to reach to the God. So my services are day and night and I'm very happy God has chosen me for this devotion. It is like a holy karmas. It is like a country devotion which is needed to us and I'm very happy serving it. It's very fulfilling and it's like prayers to God. The best way to connect yourself with the karmic journey.
That's truly marvelous, sir. I must say, people should come here and follow him instead of listening to the sadhu sons who you find today in jails.
That's right. You're right.
My-
You see, we also keep requesting volunteers to come to our Gurukul because this I believe is like a God creation because I myself never witnessed such devotion. No one taught me, no one showed me the path, but selflessly this is going on day and night and there is the positive energy is there. The aura is very strong. People get healed up very quickly. People, those have been given comfort by God, but they do not have a path. People think, how can we fulfill our mission of living? How can we fulfill our life? Many of us wish to devote in social work, but we don't know what is that, where to go, how to perform. So this place offers a unique Karam Bhumi. So I believe people must come here and it gives energy to the poor and needy people also. Those have been rescued by us from road and we can fulfill our life. Once we, as I said, go to God, He's going to ask us what have you done. So that place offers to balance ourselves.
And surely after watching this video, people will definitely join you and serve the people.
Yes.
Now my next question is, what is the most interesting experience in your life?
That's a very tough question. The interesting experience is, as I said, I was struggling for 20 years and I could not devote myself. And in 2007, I saw my life taking U-turn and I found a totally different world. Initially, before I started this devotion, it was a materialistic world, but this is a real holy karmic journey. And I'm very happy performing this service. But yes, the interesting thing is, if you talk about my past, my savings from my business was so lavish. My activities made me travel to 42 different nations and after best of the best comforts, my savings were somewhere 1 lakh rupee a day. But happily everything I gave up and I found myself into completely total different world. So this is very interesting part when I chewing this service and when I evaluate myself with the past best of the best comfort I have and now I live anywhere. My prayers are there in cremation center. Midnight I go and perform for the people those die on road, especially those are cut by the train accident or maybe found floating in Yamuna river or maybe they hang themselves and rest those die due to hunger on the roads. So I pray for them, which I never thought that I would be doing it. So it's a very interesting part. And my such devotion, uh, till date I have cremated more than 3,584 unclaimed dead people, and more than 200 people have died in my arms. So that is very interesting, which I chewing every time.
So passion. This man has really shown passion. When he was earning 1 lakh rupees per day. And when he's caring for people, he's caring like a god. He's like God to the people. Thank you, sir. Thank you for our society. Now, my next question is, tell us about your family life. How do you share your family time?
Family, how do I say? Because that is a very bitter part, though it shouldn't have happened. I had a very happy family, my son, my daughter, and my wife. But God knows what went wrong. They could not digest this devotion, and my wife decided to leave me. Though we were happily married for 17, 18 years, but in somewhere 4, 5 years down the line, she decided to leave me, and she migrated first to Holland, and now she has come back, but unfortunately there is no connectivity. But my prayers are definitely there for them, and I feel them. They are always in my mind, and I pray that this shouldn't have happened. May we get unite once again. But it is a very bitter part. To me now, the actual family is the people I serve them. There are around 250 people. They 100% devote on me, and I need to offer them food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And there are children also come from slum area to study. My heart is for them. In them, I see my own children also. Basically, we are not exactly a school. We are a rehabilitation center for poor children. My heart was there for children, those who are begging on road, or maybe roaming naked on street, or maybe eating from stinking garbage. So I would cry for them. And to fulfill that mission, I opened up a rehabilitation center, and happily children study here. The aim is to give them a certain caliber, polish them, and then make them admit in the government school. So we keep doing it, and I'm very glad. But yes, as I said, the own family is a bitter part. That is a very sorrow.
Now, that is called true love. That a new generation needs to learn from him. After their girlfriends leave him, you should come here and serve people so that you come to know that what is called true love. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now, my next question to you is, now this is a rapid fire question round. You need to answer very quickly. Your verdict, your advice to students.
My advice to students?
Yeah,
Oh yes. You see, can I shortlist or a little more?
yeah, no,
Okay.
sir, no.
You see, that's a very important part, because student, you mean the young generation, are the future of the nation, and I see God in them. So they must connect themselves with such NGOs. NGOs name to be get revived is very important, because you see, suppose in future the young generation may say that we do not want to work in call center, or maybe you do not get justified job for yourself, and your mind says and your heart says, now it is time for me to serve the nation. Then you have to open up an NGO. But at this particular time, the definition of NGO is being vanished, because everyone thinks NGO has become a self-gain. It is fraud, and it is a way to earn money for some particular manner. So the young crowd, the young generation, and the student must unite with the NGOs. It is your and our duty to chop up the NGOs. Those are not justifying, or those are playing with the people's sentiment or with the people money, and those are doing good. You must help them, go and voluntarily serve them, and learn out of it, so that in future you have a role model in front of you. Your mind is completely with base, and you can immediately shoot up to serve the nation.
So your advice to teachers?
My humble request to teachers is that please allow your student, please connect them with the good NGOs, please connect them with the karmic seva so that they fulfill their mission and they become more self-confidence and they have passion, and it is very important for our nation. Our nation truly need selfless soldiers to help our environment and the Mother Earth.
So, your advice to businessmen?
My request to business community is that whatever they earn, out of their good earning, they must spend some money and share some money for the charity. As I said in my initial stage here today, that once we go to God, He will not ask what is your bank balance. He's going to ask you what have you fulfilled, what have you paid back to the society. So, at this time, everyone is earning for themselves. You're just gaining, but you're not paying back. So if you pay back, you are working like a God representative. So do not be selfish being a businessman. Be like a representative of God also. People, those who have nothing, please offer them something because they also deserve life. God gives you money to fulfill others, for others also, not only for yourself. So that's my humble appeal to the business community to please look for such NGOs, such devotion, and please back them, stand their shoulders, give them money, and please look after them.
So, your advice to doctors?
Uh, it is very sad because to us we are always in need of medical help in our institution because we rescue people. Sometimes they have worms all over their body, or they are on deathbed, or they cannot walk, or they are bedridden. Even hospitals are standing here. The Safdarjung Hospital, All India Medical Institute, the Wellington Hospital in Delhi, the Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital, and the Bada Hindu Rao Hospital. All these government, those are 100% owned by government machinery. They call us, they email us, and they ask us permission to get their patient admit in our NGO, which is at this time run in the shelters. We do not have concrete construction. We do not have government money. We never have corporate money. We never have money from overseas. I mean, small tips we did receive, but not much. It's solely run by the people, those acknowledge and witness the devotion. But yes, as I want to come back to the main agenda, is the doctor's need. But unfortunately, many doctors visit us, but they claim they will come, but they never turn up. So my request to them is to please give us some your voluntarily precious time so that it may help people, those who have been rescued from road, to fulfill their medical needs. It's my very, very, very humble request to them.
So, to lawyers?
We have some environment subjects going on, and we keep filing public interest litigation in court, and many of them are in pipeline, but due to the uh, unavailability of lawyers, we could not fulfill that. And if we had lawyers in our panel, or they come forward to support our foundation, then of course we can fulfill, such as one of the public interest litigation which we wish to file is to control noise pollution, because Government of India have made certain clause where we are not allowed to horn unnecessarily near the traffic jam, or near the traffic signals, or near the schools and institutions, or near the hospitals, or near the religious places. But we always horn during, whenever we wish, near these areas, and 70% of the noise pollution in our environment is caused by unnecessary vehicular honking. And we are desperate to file public interest litigation, but we do not have lawyer. If lawyers may join us and help us, then we can fulfill our mission for the nation.
So, to ministers?
It's again very bitter part, because it's ministers' duty to look after us, to look after the society, to help the nation to grow better, but often it's been seen that they are overloaded with the other problems or with their own means, and they do not acknowledge such devotion. If we come here, see, and offer us the land, which we need, because right now we are, for the last 6 years, we are on the rented premises. You'll be surprised to find, rather, you'll be sad to know that 4 months before we were stuck in a very major problem where we had to vacate this place because our leases were over, and all of us, I mean myself and somewhere 150 abandoned senior citizen, disabled people, HIV patients, and people those who were dying with the uncurable disease, we were all lying on road without roof, and many of them died. It was a national issue. It came in news, media, TV, 24 hours. Everyone came. A lot of people came from Chandigarh, from Lucknow, from Agra, all over Delhi to strengthen us, to offer their moral support. But it was the minister lobby, those did not come. That was end of the story. When media started criticizing them, they came in the loop and they offered us a place, despite ourselves keep pleading them that please do not send us very far in Narela, but they did dump us there. And while we were there, many other senior citizens, they died, but this shouldn't have happened. So my humble appeal is that all of us must keep pinching or keep playing to the minister lobby that let's not let this devotion die. It's been needed. It is the face of the nation. It is, if you do not offer the care, that shows your heart, how cruel and how stone brain or heart you have. So we must melt, otherwise one day we will all have to face due to our negligence.
So to scientists?
You see, initially in our NGO, we have taken a lot of subjects, those were close to my heart. But as I said, the organization name is the Earth Saviors Foundation. There are many different subjects where scientists need to join us or to come into the picture. They must, like I said, the global warming, the hole in the ozone layer, or the traffic hazards, they must find solution where with the scientific manner, so that one more thing to talk with the plastic waste or the waste management system has to come into the system, and I believe scientists can play a very major role, and they should be given liberty and they should come and adopt such platform there where they can prove like a role model and implement in our society.
And surely these should share a bit part of their professional life to this NGO also. Now sir, I would like to have some moments for you, the happiest moment of your life.
My happiest, I'm always happy because such devotion, as I said, is beyond compare, no one taught, and I'm serving day and night, 24 hours, round the clock, and God is kind to me. He kept me in a bucket of flowers, and I'm very happy. And I'm more happier because I'm spreading this holy karma in our society. People come and view, they learn, and the young generation, and I'm glad that I'm like a role model, and many people do take lesson and they fulfill their life.
So your saddest moment?
Saddest moment is when, because our shelter is, the devotion is run in the, I call it an unprofessional manner, because we do not have much devotion, donations from on the regular manner from the community. So sometimes the salaries are not being paid for 6 months. Sometimes we are unable to pay hospital bills. Sometimes the ambulance or the transport is being due to accident or they collapse and we cannot pay money. And my everyday fear is that nobody should go without food from our institution. So that fears remain. But that actually truly does not stop the devotion. But it's a very sad part that we still have to survive for the sustainability. That's the sad part of my life. Because many people do not come forward to help such organization. They'd rather like to go and give a charity in the temples or maybe other places. Those are already flooded with money, but such devotion is being ignored. That's my sad part. Rest is okay.
So your funniest moment?
Uh, my funniest moment, I forgot this actually, because I live in such community where I believe I'm in a battle. So I actually do not think of me, but you did ask me about happiness. I shared sad part also, but funny moment I forgot. Yes, one time, but you may not like it. As I said, that my prayers are there midnight in the cremation center. Once in a month I go perform my prayers where the dead bodies are being brought by police authorities. Those are unclaimed and unidentified. I pray for them so that their soul get peace in heaven, and I'm very happy this they called me for such devotion. Once midnight I was praying and there were somewhere 30 40 dead bodies were lying, and I was deep into meditation praying for these dead bodies, and suddenly, and there was pin drop silence, there was no human around, midnight, 3 o'clock somewhere, and suddenly one dead man among the dead bodies, he woke up and he started shouting. That was a very scary part of me and a very funny part. But in few minutes, and that really scared me. But only in few minutes I realized that he was actually not dead. He was mentally disabled man. He saw cremation center main door was open. He came inside walking and he saw there were people lying on floor wearing the white cloth, and he slept among them. But midnight when I was performing prayer, he suddenly woke up and started shouting. It really scared me and it was a very funny part.
Sir, your proudest moment?
My proud moment is that such devotion is going on. I've been chosen in a bucket of flower and happily doing it. That's the proud moment. I like it.
Now, I would like to have your verdict on the following personalities.
Please.
First, Arvind Kejriwal.
Uh, you see, let me first share that NGOs are the considered to be the friends of the government. NGOs are meant to strengthen the government. NGOs are not supposed to speak against the government. They are like earthworms of a farmer. Maybe farmer is not performing well. Maybe he is not justifying. Maybe people those gave him vote to shoot up like a AK-47, but they're not doing justified. Uh, but NGOs still never speak anything bad about them. So we are there to strengthen. But at this particular time, I believe Mr. Kejriwal work like a AK-47. He must do whatever he has pledged to the nation. He must quickly perform.
And to Narendra Modi.
The media and the people's sentiments are uniting with him, and I see a role model. I believe at this time he's beyond comparison, and maybe, as media says, that is going to be the future Prime Minister of India. Maybe he may justify unite our nation, or the international arena. The India may gain more respected among everyone. Respect.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
He's a great man, and he's always there for everyone. He has served in a great manner, a role model for the young generation, for everyone, and my salute to him.
And Sachin Tendulkar.
If I quote about Sachin Tendulkar, you see, I'm in a double standard, because individually, if we talk about him, I really respect him because he's a great player, great sportsman, and he was a spotless. No one has any sort of a bad remarks on him. He was never into any political bad manner. But yes, to me, cricket, I do not stand for cricket, because I believe this particular sport has eaten up all the different sports in India. and media has taken this game like a mafia, and I wish this shouldn't have happened. But my respect for him is definitely there.
So for Amitabh Bachchan,
Amitabh Bachchan ji is a legend personality, and he would be saying uh, a historic man in India. No one on the earth has taken his place. He's truly a legend film star and a great man.
so one more Bollywood personality who is very famous, Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan, yes, he's neck to neck, shoulder to shoulder with Amitabh Bachchan ji, and he's still performing very well, and he has a very long way to go. And if he comes up with more movies, those can give a lot of lesson to the young people. I'm sure young people may listen to him.
So now my last question of this interview is, what is your message to the emerging youth and how do they become socially aware?
Uh, I see in a different manner. It's only down the line, maybe 5-10 years more. The way it is going on, the disasters, the negligence, the traffic, pollution, crime, poverty, and there are many named with. The young crowd is going to beat up their seniors. They may say, "What did you do?" And it is actually time for the young crowd to perform and to save our nation and to save this Mother Earth. Otherwise, the new generation is not going to spare us. They are going to question us that why did not we devote time. So similarly, my humble request to young generation is to at least 1 hour, 2 hour, or whatever maximum time they can devote to help selflessly Mother Earth or any subject which is close to their heart. They must perform and they must do. That's my request to them.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such lovely interview. On the behalf of the society, I salute you, sir, for
Thank
your work, all you have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And please now look at some of the visuals of this NGO, the Earth Saviors Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you.